Heat siphon fan motor changeout. You'll need 2 1/2-inch and 1 5/8-inch wrench, 2 flathead screwdrivers, a 5/32 Allen key, needle nose pliers, and clippers. Remove the 10 Phillips head screws holding the door on. Pull the stainless steel knob straight off. If it's a black plastic knob, you'll need a flathead screwdriver to release it. And you're going to start by removing the 3 acorn nuts that hold the fan grill on. You use a 5/8 wrench to take that off. Once you have the 3 acorn nuts removed, there are black rings underneath them. Some of them come right off, others need a little help to come off, and some of them can even become embedded and need cut off. Once you remove the 3 acorn nuts and the 3 black rings, you can remove the fan grill, exposing the fan blade and fan motor assembly. You'll have to remove the plastic protective tip from the fan blade hub, and then use a 5/32 Allen wrench on the fan blade. Loosen the 2 set screws, and that'll free up the fan blade. On some older heat siphons that have been around for a few years, that fan blade may be rusted onto the fan motor shaft, and you'll just have to replace the fan blade with the fan motor. This is the 1/2-inch nut and bolt. You'll need 2 1/2-inch wrenches to remove this. Once this bolt's removed, the fan motor will be free from the mounting, and it can be removed. In order to get the fan motor completely out of the heat siphon, you have to remove all the wires, and that begins with that wire tie that holds the wire harness secure. You'll see the green ground wire there. We're going to remove that next. In order to get to the place where the ground wire attaches the heat siphon, remove these 4 screws. There's 1 on either side and then 2 on the back face. Turn the retaining ring counterclockwise to remove it from the heat exchanger. Some older units will need to have this screw removed in order to release a retaining strap on the inside. And peel the back panel back a little bit, exposing the brass screw and nut. What we're doing is removing the nut from the back of this screw in order to release the ground wire. You see there the 2 wires, both the fan's ground wire and the unit's ground wire. And there's the nut from the back side of the screw. The green wire is now free and you can remove it. With the green ground wire removed, you come around to the control box now and remove those 2 brown wires off of the run capacitor. The other 2 wires are a white one and the black one that are connected to the bottom of the contactor. There may be a wire tie bundling those wires together, and you can remove that wire tie as well. Collect the 4 wires, and you'll see that they go down into a conduit lock nut. Remove that lock nut to free the harness from the control box. Once the nut's removed, you can feed the wires down through the hole. And then the wire harness should pull right up through the machine. Place the fan motor down into the fan motor mount, making sure that the wires go down through the opening in the fan motor mount. Rotate the motor so that the wires are coming out towards the back panel. Next, take the 4 wires and push them up through the hole in the back panel into the control box. Pull the fitting up through the hole and place the conduit lock nut over the wires to secure the fitting. Gather the 2 brown wires and route them neatly up to the fan's run capacitor. That's the small one on the right side of the control box. It doesn't matter which wire goes to which terminal, but connect 1 brown wire to each terminal at the top of the run capacitor. Next, route the black and white fan motor wires up to the bottom of the contactor. The black fan motor wire will go right behind the black compressor wire. And the white fan motor wire will go right behind the yellow compressor wire. Those push onto spade terminals just behind each lug. Gather the heat siphon's green ground wire and the fan motor's green ground wire and connect them to the brass screw that you took it off from when you removed the fan motor. Push the back panel back into place and install the 4 screws, 1 on each side and 2 on the back face. If you have an older unit, don't forget to reattach the retaining strap using this screw. Install the retaining ring in a clockwise direction. Use the 1/2-inch nut and bolt to clamp the fan motor in place. And tighten using the 1/2-inch wrenches. Next, gather the wire harness and the green ground wire and secure them to the heat siphon using a new wire tie. Place the fan blade down over the fan motor shaft and secure it using the Allen key. Give the fan blade a spin once it's installed to make sure it's free from obstruction. Place the plastic protective tip over the hub and put the fan grill back down into its place. Place the 3 black rings over top of the threaded studs and install the 3 acorn nuts using the 5/8" wrench. Secure the rear door with 10 Phillips head screws. Push on the silver metal knob or use a small flathead screwdriver for a black plastic knob.